The client feature and side of CROSStrax is very important for any organization, and it really helps the organization keep track of what their clients want, who their clients are, and who individual people are affiliated with from a company standpoint. The platform gives you the ability to know your clients better than they know themselves, and you can document their instructions, their quirks, their preferences, and everything so that you don't have to have that uncomfortable conversation with a client when one of their instructions or preferences was not followed during your investigation. And all this is done from the Clients section. On the left-hand navigation bar, you click on Clients and then click on Client List. Now you'll see just below this, there's a contact list. One of the questions that we get frequently is, what's the difference between a client and a contact? Clients are typically companies. Contacts are individuals. But if you're working a domestic investigation, the client is going to be an individual. So you can certainly set that individual up as a client. Now, think of a client as who is going to pay the bill. In an insurance investigation, your client's going to be the insurance company or the TPA. In a domestic case, the client is going to be the individual. So that person that is going to pay the bill is going to be the client. Now, how do we set up a new client or get to the client list? So let's click on Clients, click on Client List, and that will bring you to this screen. Here you have the company name, you have the address, their phone number, then you have these 6 icons over here to the right. This first one will allow you to show all of the cases that are associated with ABC Law Firm or the company. The next number here shows you how many contacts or individuals you have that work for ABC Law Firm. In this case, these 6 individuals would most likely be attorneys. The middle icon, the I, is information for special handling instructions, and we'll show you those here in a second when we dive into the client's profile. The next icon over, the $sign, that's where you'll manage the client's rates, how much you charge that client for your various services. Next to that is a log. This shows you any changes in the system that were made to that client. For example, the sales rep was changed from an individual to Brian Waters, or the sales rep was changed from one person to another. It also notes any updates in their information, such as their address, phone number, and so on. To the right, you'll see a trash can and also a notice that lets you know that this client has cases associated with their profile, and therefore you're not going to be able to delete them. So to create a new client, I'm going to go up here, click on Add New Client. As I mentioned before, if your client is an individual and not a company, simply click on Not a Company. You'll be able to fill this information out and then click Submit. Now that we've created a client, I'm going to go in and edit this particular client, which is the ABC Law Firm. Here are the client handling instructions, or SHI as they're referred to in CROSStrax. These categories can be divided so you know what instructions are meant for who. So if you have somebody in the accounting department, or you are handling accounting or about to send an invoice, you'll want to look at these special handling instructions. Same thing goes for case entry and investigators. These items in the SHI are a great way to make sure that your client is happy and their instructions are followed. For a domestic case, you may put no calls or emails. Insurance, send updates to this individual or a manager or a defense counsel. If your client is an attorney, you may have an instruction in there to where all communication regarding the cases are CC'd to a paralegal. There's a lot of different ways to use the special handling instructions to give your company consistency when they're working with different clients. Here's an individual that I've entered into the system as a client, and you can see the client's name is the individual's name, and I've entered his information. In this case, I don't have a sales rep, so I'm not going to assign one. And if I wanted to add special handling instructions, I could do that by clicking here. Just wanted to show you the individual client side to see how it looks when you enter one of those. Now, just to recap, clients, left-hand navigation bar, you have a client list and your contact list. Clients are typically companies, but they can also be individuals. Your contacts are always individuals, and in this instance, these individuals work for companies. If you need to add a client company, you can click up here at the top, or you can click the Add Client button over here on the right. In the client list screen, you have their information. You can see all the cases that are associated with that company with this icon. Over here, you have the number of contacts or individuals that are associated with that company. The middle icon is special handling instructions. You can click on the $ to manage the client's rates. Click on the log icon to see what changes have been made to a client's profile. And you can also delete those clients as long as they are not associated with a case or with contacts. For more information, check out the video on client contacts where we'll dive deeper into the individual and client contact list portion of CROSStrax.